Come on. There's a lot of air in there. Okay. I just mowed and trimmed and then everything looks pretty good, but it's still really dry. So it's just before 2 o'clock. We're gonna water. It is hot as shit out here. It feels like I'm in Cancun. It's really hot and humid. So I'm going to the pool today. That's the way I like it. We got a flashing battery light, but yeah, we're all set up here. Super dry. Still greener than everybody else's. I mowed all 4 of them last Tuesday and Wednesday when I got back from San Diego. Mine was the first one that needed to be cut. The other ones really haven't grown, so they're not going to get anything. This is cute. My battery light's flashing. I'm going to switch batteries, change clothes, and check the weather and probably jump in that thing and head to the pool. Well, the sky has turned dark black and there's severe thunderstorms to the north. That's what happens when it's hot and humid. It's just like Florida. It'll just cloud up and rain for a half hour. So out goes the 3 Series to the pool instead.
This one says suck my knob.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
Nuh-uh.
Yes, it does.
No.
Kenan, what's it say?
Suck my knob.
Suck my knob.
Look at these.
Tell us what we got here.
Like this. To me, this looks like an execution site.
It's all buckshot.
It's all buckshot.
Yep. Well, the sunset doesn't face over here, but Kenan learned that the hard way.
Oh my God.
Well, these guys did a real shit job on the pathway here.
Uh-huh.
And that's a pun intended. They're gonna have to be careful. There they go. Good morning, it's 12:54 a.m. Today was largely productive, I think. I got the yard mowed today, I watered the lawn. I came inside, I booked a quick hotel that we're gonna be using this weekend. Quick little trip coming up, you'll see more later. I never disclosed that, I don't know why, it's more fun. Then I came outside to go to the pool, finally about 2 o'clock, and I looked to the north and it almost looked like that. It was pitch black. So it's the Miami, Florida effect. It's really hot and humid, and then you get these thunderstorms that just pop out of nowhere. Today was a 10% chance of rain, mostly sunny. So I decided to take the 330 to the pool. I went south 5 miles, and it was bright and sunny and hot. Cracked the sunroof on the car, went into the pool, laid down. I got about 5 minutes before it started to sprinkle. I figured I'll wait it out. 10 minutes, it was a slightly heavier rain. 15 minutes, it was a downpour. 30 minutes, it was still a downpour. So soaked and pissed off, I came home. The interior of the 330 was pretty well wet from the sunroof being cracked. The shifter, the window switches, the radio, the dash, all of that was soaked, so it was a good opportunity to wipe it down and clean it. To this point, everything still works. I got home. I left the sprinklers going in the rain. I moved them around. And I get really mad at my iPhone today. Used it maybe an hour or less of active use, and it died after about 4 hours of being off the charger. I keep the apps closed. Wi-Fi and Bluetooth were on but not doing anything. I always leave them on so it connects when I go into my house. I start the car, it connects through Bluetooth. So I just said, screw it, I don't have time for this. So I rebuilt it from the ground up, which is about a 4-hour undertaking to log into all the mail accounts and set up every app and re-log into every account, and it's horrible. You guys have all done that before. It just sucks. I had to reset a bunch of passwords, reference old Excel spreadsheets that have passwords in them. It was not pleasant. But boy, is the thing faster now. It loads stuff really well. The animations aren't even choppy. So hopefully it stays like this. And then the whole rest of the day, I only used 20 or 25%. I was actively using it a couple times. So seemingly things are much better, and it always gets better after a couple of days. These phones are fairly smart. They learn the way you use them and what information they need to fetch and what they don't, and they usually get a little bit more efficient predicting what you want. So I'm glad that's finally done. Tomorrow the big thing to do is the paper, 4 to 6 pages. It's very unclear what it's about. So we're supposed to use the content from units 2 and 3, which is about 30 to 40 different PDFs, PowerPoints, primary source documents. This is early American history class. And then we're given about 3 or 4 different prompts that we're supposed to pick to write about. One of them is war stories. Well, that can be interesting to read some primary source documents, if they're in English, modern English at all, about Revolutionary War stories. But what about them, I don't know. I'm going to have to go through all of that tomorrow and see if I can figure out what the heck I'm supposed to write about. Because I can bullshit for a while if I know what it's about, but it's very unclear. I got my Zano order today. This past week I ordered 4 Z6s and a Z5 and a Z9. So I got the box, I opened it up, there's 4 Z6s, a Z5 and no Z9. I looked at the invoice, it's on there, I paid for it, they didn't send it. Well, that's interesting. Zano's a great company, I've never had problems with them before. My dad got an empty bottle of Z6 wrapped in tape once. Obviously the box that it came in got mangled and they just sent the bottle. So all the fluid got leaked out somewhere, so he called him and they sent him another Z6 the next day. So I called Zano, a English-speaking person answered the phone immediately, no computers, and he said that they would send out another Z9 and he apologized for the issue. So seemingly good support, hopefully that arrives. I don't need it anytime soon, I just like to keep this stuff on hand. I've got about 1.5 Z9s, 1.25 Z5s, I just keep it all here, and you know the Z6, I go through that like water. So I'll keep you updated on that. I'm sure it'll arrive next week or later this week, or it'll be next week at this point. I think it comes out of Kansas. But tomorrow I'm going to work on that paper. I'm going to be gone for the weekend or part of it, so I'll have to figure out if there's any yards that have to be done tomorrow. Tomorrow's supposed to rain, so it'll probably be bright and sunny. And that's where we are. So I'm going to go to bed, I'm going to shower, get to bed, and talk to you guys tomorrow from the just awful task of having to do homework in the middle of summer. So, okay, good night.